Oh,
Oh, you want some orange too? I wore some orange.
I
Let's
did.
go.
I
Let's
wore
go. Got a
orange.
little blue under here, but
And my
that's all right.
daughter said, I want a pumpkin shirt like that. And I was
Oh,
like, oh, I guess we'll have to get
let me
you
just
one.
take a drink. I had to get that orange pop, that orange soda,
Got
that orange
purple.
soda,
Yeah, great.
purple. Who knows? That might be next week. Make sure you save one of those because that might be next
I
week.
know. I know. I should have grabbed the Pepsi last week for blue.
Oh God, that looks stupid. That was dumb. Let's keep it forward.
Welcome. We got the itch for you again this week. This
I
is
got
the
all
Jock
Taylor's
Room.
I got all Taylor's makeup right here. Look at
That's not Taylor's. That's yours. We all know
this.
it. Don't lie.
Yeah.
No wonder your lips look so good today.
I know, no kidding.
Yeah, I always put that like on my balls just to give them a shine, the sheen.
The sheen, yeah.
Um, so last week we did the blue draft. I thought it was super fun.
Yeah.
We're gonna do another color this week.
Yeah, I'm excited.
I didn't
What's
have
exciting
any
about
ideas.
this?
Oh yeah, go ahead.
What's exciting about this one is the first couple I thought of right off the top of my head, like off the brain. I don't know if they fit in the team.
Okay.
So I'm very curious to see how it shakes out. So yeah, I'm very curious to see how it shakes out.
I didn't have a reason for picking orange. It was just I didn't
It's
have
like
any
that shirt
characters
you
in my
had.
mind.
It's like that shirt you had that I
Yeah,
hated.
you hated it.
That I hated.
Absolutely.
It's just
But
the one you had to go with.
it was like orange was the color that kept coming to mind. And I was like, well, we should do orange because like I could think of other color, like characters of other colors. And I was like, let's what, but I should pick the color, not the specific characters in mind. Because
Sure.
then the color forces me to think of characters.
Sure.
There is one character I want that I didn't know who they were until I was trying to figure out for this, by the way.
Okay.
And then and as I was looking them up, I was like, okay, never mind. I want that guy. Um, but same rules as last time. Starting five with a six man
Right. Right. Right.
imaginary
So
basketball roster here.
orange characters. Orange characters in general. And now it's something that it's either their outfit that's orange, like majority orange. It's, it could be their whole like their main like skin tone,
Yep.
orange, whatever. It could be their hair, right? Much like Hades in the last one, he's kind of grayish, but he's got the blue flames on the head.
Yeah.
Represents them. It represents them. That being said, are you ready to do this? Are you ready to
I am
do
ready. Do
this?
you want to go first this time since I went first
I think
last
I
time?
should go first because you went
Which
first.
sucks because before this I did talk about there's one clear
I
cut.
wonder if this is the person because
I guarantee it is.
I have two first round grades on characters. Two first round grades, but I don't know if you know the second one. I don't know if you got the second one.
We'll,
So,
we'll find out.
would you say I'm on the clock?
First pick overall, you're on the clock.
Okay. You could almost say I'm flame on the clock.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Um, I'm taking the Human Torch.
Okay, that's not who I. Okay.
Okay. I'm taking the Human Torch. Now,
Uh,
now I'm curious to see who this next one is because if this next one is kind of who I think it could be, I'm in trouble.
the
Anyway,
okay. Well, you know what? I think Human Torch is a good pick. I wasn't sure whether or not to include Human Torch because of is I was like because I wrote him down
sure.
and I wanted to ask you. There's a couple characters I have written down where I'm like, are they yellow? Do you count Human Torch as blue because of before? But I considered
Sure.
him orange, so I thought
Sure.
that that was a fair pick.
Sure. Yeah, I
I
have a
also
first
think it's a
round
good
grade on
pick.
him. I also have a first round grade on someone else. So I'm very curious
Okay.
to see to
So then
see
am
who
I
you
on the
got.
clock
Yeah, so I'm taking the Human Torch at the one.
at your point guard?
He can be my point guard. Yeah. Yeah.
My first pick is 100%. He's like an all around ball guy, but probably going to put him at my number two.
Okay.
He was the first name I thought of
Okay.
and was absolutely, in my opinion, like he was my Caleb Williams. My
All
like,
right.
you don't think about it. He's just if you have number one, you go him.
Okay.
I'm taking Goku.
That was it. That was my other pick. I was going to go with Goku, but I figured like it might wait. I don't know if you would consider him.
I couldn't
Yeah,
wait.
no, Goku was the other person I had a first round grade on.
Yeah,
So
I was like, I gotta have. I when I
yeah,
thought about it, I when you said you wanted first pick overall, I was like, he's gonna take Goku.
I was thinking Goku, but
Oh,
I didn't know if you would think Goku.
yeah, that
So I
was the
think they're both
first
fair.
name.
I think those are both fair. I think those both are. Whereas blue, I think there was a more array of first round picks. I
Yeah,
think these two are the first round picks. Like
yeah, I think
in the
that's
orange
fair.
draft, I think these two. I don't know if anyone beats these two.
Yeah, yep.
That let me see who I got next. All right. All right. So I'm gonna draft from the same school here. They got chemistry. They
This is
almost a
the other
one
guy.
one
Yeah,
two punch. Um, and I mean, he's a big,
might be some
so
bickering in the locker room a little
might be
bit.
some bickering in the locker room. But it's gonna get down. It's gonna be that time. It's gonna be that clobbering time.
Yep,
I'm taking the thing at
that
the
was
four.
out of the draft, last draft, and this draft. Sully and Stitch were people that you took that I was like, if they're up, there's a good chance I'm considering them. The thing, if you didn't take the thing at number two, thing would have been my second choice.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
I'm taking the thing at the four.
Yeah. At the
At the
four.
four. At the four.
Okay.
Yeah.
So there's somebody
Yeah.
bigger than the thing coming in.
Maybe. Maybe.
Um,
They just got that chemistry. Same school. Some could even say the thing could have gone in the first. If there's, they could have been the first
so there's
as
there's
well.
one guy
But
I have a question on
okay,
because it feels like cheating.
okay,
Um, Personally, I don't think I'm gonna take him because it feels like cheating.
okay,
He was actually somebody I wrote down in case you took the thing. So I'm gonna throw this name out there, but I am not taking him because it feels like cheating. Just letting.
okay. All right.
That's a Hulk 11368. He's orange.
Okay. I have no idea who that is.
That's Universe
Hey, Hulk.
11368 Hulk is orange.
Sure. Okay.
It felt like cheating because Hulk. When you think Hulk, you think green.
Right.
So
Right.
I was like, if he takes the thing, I need somebody to beat the thing or like take on the thing, Hulk. And I was like,
Sure.
green. So
All right.
couldn't take him, but that was a name
All
I
right.
thought of. I feel like I need somebody that can like so I'm gonna pick somebody at my four now. This does you getting the thing does change my draft strategy a little bit.
Sure.
I was gonna take my three next. I'm hoping you pass on him. We'll see if you pass on him or not. But I'm gonna switch to take my four.
Okay.
He's gonna be my guy battling with the thing. This
Right.
is the guy that I didn't think about until I was doing research on orange characters.
All right.
I'm taking Rath from Ben 10.
Okay. All right. I'm not familiar with Ben 10.
Me neither. It was not a show I watched. My
Sure.
wife was more familiar with it than me. But when you look at his list of abilities and superpowers,
Look it up.
you have to, if you're looking on your phone, you have to scroll down at least three times before you get to the end of his powers.
Oh yeah, this dude's huge.
He's huge. Yeah. Yep.
Yeah. No, he's built like a truck. I'm
And
for
that's
that.
why,
That's a good
yeah.
pick. Oh, so I mean, you went overseas early then.
I did go overseas
Yeah.
early,
Okay.
and it that was not my original second pick. My original would have been the thing.
Sure.
Um, and then there is somebody I want above this guy, but I feel like I need to match up a little bit better. So
Right.
with my second pick, I think I am going to take Wrath from Ben 10.
That's good. That's good. I need this guy on my team. I'm going to take him.
Okay.
He's my five.
Ooh,
Okay.
okay.
He's
Another
my
big.
five. I want to get the bigs out of the way. And maybe this changes your draft strategy even more.
No, I think my
Um,
five is going to get all. I don't think you're going to think of my five, so I'm letting my five go.
okay. He is 9 feet tall,
Okay.
643 pounds.
Jesus. Okay.
Um, that's gonna be Wreck-It Ralph.
Okay.
He claims he's 9 feet, 643 pounds in the show. So
Okay.
that's what I'm going with. He's gonna be my five. So we got the thing and Wreck-It Ralph.
Nice.
So and Wreck-It Ralph foul trouble. I know that's kind of been his like his his issues, I guess, the negatives to his game. But once again, like Huggy Wuggy, physical beast, physical menace. And that's what I'm going with. I'm going to hope the coaching team can kind of iron out some of those foul problems. And I think we got a good front court. So
Okay.
I'm going with.
All right. You know what? That's a good pick. He's a man. He is. You're going bully ball again.
Yeah, it's in my blood.
So currently, I have an order in which I want to take my guys. I think now that you got your five, I don't think you're taking the guy I wanted at five. There are two ladies this time around. I think could both make my team here.
I got a couple ladies on here too. You
Um,
are more familiar with one of the ladies than I am, and I figured you would go with them. I thought they would be there.
but I feel like I should play it smart. There's one guy I was considering, but I think if he can make it to my sixth man, I'm sitting pretty. He's a
Okay.
little too reckless for me, I think, to make the starting five.
Okay.
So I don't think I can pick him here. So the question is, do I go point guard or do I go small forward here? Because I got my two and I got my four. I feel very good about both my two and my four. The question is, would I feel better about my three or would I feel better about my one, especially taking them this early? Because comparatively, let's see, I'm looking at my other options for my one. I'm not really liking my other options for my one. So I feel like I have to take my one just because I don't have any other choices for
All
my
right.
one.
Curious to hear who it is.
So I'm gonna go overseas again.
Okay.
Point guard. I'm taking Aang the Avatar.
Okay. You got some powerhouses there.
I do. I got some power. I've gone overseas all three times.
Sure. So, I like that pick. He's got to grow a little bit.
He does. Yep.
He's young. Um, he's young. He has a lot to learn.
But he's just so selfless. I feel like he's just gonna pass the ball to Goku so much. And
Sure.
he's okay if Goku takes the lead, but and like he'll play passive. If you want him to turn it on, he can. But for the
Right.
most part, he's just gonna be that driving
Right.
dish guy maybe. And
Sure. Sure.
I just really like the fit, especially with I feel like the heavy offense that I've gone already. I think Rath is gonna be kind of like a bully ball,
Sure.
big, and then you got Goku is just in
Sure.
my opinion a stud. Don't necessarily need the offense right now. And the other guys that I'm looking at, one guy, my big, I think is going to be mainly defensive, but can
Sure.
do offense. And my sixth man is definitely wild card right now.
Sure. I feel like I need some more offense.
Okay.
Um, I feel like I need some more offense. You got some powerhouses on your team, and I think I need a powerhouse as well. And I also want I don't want to draft all males, because I just feel like that's a little bit unfair to the scene. You got people like Kate and Clark, Paige Beckers right now taking over the NCAA
Brianna
women's
Stewart
tournament.
too, just
Yeah, yeah, right. So
killed it in
I
college and
need
now at
that
WNBA.
representation,
Okay.
but also one that can keep up with the people around her. I'm gonna take Starfire, the
Oh,
Teen
okay.
Titans.
Sure.
She's a beast.
Is that the one you thought I would take?
No,
Yeah.
no, this changes. This is my Goku replacement. So she's gonna be my three, actually.
Okay.
She's gonna be my three because I'm gonna keep my two as a defensive menace as well.
That's who you're aiming is
Because
defensive menace.
my two last time, Stitch, crazy defense. So I'm gonna keep try to keep that motto with the two. And I'm gonna go Starfire at the three.
Okay.
She's young too. She's been surrounded by teens, surrounded by titans, but one of the strongest, if not the strongest in her group. So
Absolutely.
going Starfire for my at
That's
my
a
three.
solid pick. That's good. I like that. I like
Thanks.
that pick. Well, you can just who's the female you thought I would take? Because I will not be taking her.
Um, Tigress.
Tigers. She is on my list. Absolutely on my list. She's
I said
actually
you're more into kung fu more more about Kung Fu Panda than I do. So I
like, yeah,
figured
if it's an
if someone
animated
were to
movie,
tank
I've probably
someone
seen it
were to
20
tank
times.
them, yeah, if someone's gonna tank them, it would be you. That's kind of what I was thinking. And
She was up
Starfire came
there.
late. Starfire came in late to me. But I feel like I needed some more power.
So
So
Tigress is one of the ones I was considering for my three or two. But with Goku at two, and I already have the one, I don't think Tigress can even get close to this person I'm going to take at my
sure.
three. Like I said, I'm going to let my five fall. If you do take him, you know, If you want him to be a huge position, that's okay. It happens. But yeah, Tigress, not the only tiger that I wrote down.
Smart. There's a
Uh,
lot of tigers.
and there was a guy I wrote down that wears a tiger suit,
Yeah.
a tiger
Yeah.
shirt
A lot of
at
tigers.
Flintstone, but
Yeah.
that's not who I'm taking. Um, so this guy, you have a lot of superheroes. I have,
Right.
like super powered. I have like powerful people, but not
Right.
necessarily superheroes when you think of them. I think I need to dip into the Marvel realm here and go orange. This is
Okay.
where another one of those. I think of him as orange. If you want to veto it and say he's not orange, I totally understand. I can pick somebody else. But at my 3, I would like Beta Ray Bill.
Beta Red Bill. Let me look at his costume.
I'm not
That's
thinking
that's
more of
another
his
strong pick.
skin.
For sure. Yeah. Yeah, I mean he's oh yeah, for sure. Look at this. Look at this guy. That's
Yeah.
orange.
Yeah, I
He's
thought he was
orange.
orange.
For sure. That is a great pick. You're not dipping into the MCU yet because we haven't. Well, we do have Beta Ray Bill. He was a bust
He
on one
was a
of the.
statue, yeah, but we haven't
Yeah,
seen his face yet, like
right,
in
right,
person.
right. That's
But
a
yeah,
good pick. You're powerful. You have power,
I went
power,
power.
power, power. Right, right.
Well, that's what I mean. That's why Aang is he's going to be that pass the ball guy
Sure.
because Beta can score, play defense, Goku can, and I believe who did I go big again?
Rath.
Rath. Thank you.
Right.
And I think Rath will end up being versatile, but end up playing defense a little bit more with the
Sure.
power you got.
Sure.
Yeah, Beta Bay Bill is my 3, which means
Okay.
I just have my center left and my sixth man.
Sure. All right. So I'm taking my two guard. This is someone that the scouting room has been pounding the table for. Uh, very much could lead the entire league in steals.
Okay, you might be picking who I want as my sixth man. He might
Okay.
take it.
Yeah. Quite possibly going to be could lead the entire league. Blue, green, purple, red, yellow. It does not matter.
Okay,
Swiper. I'm taking
swiper, no
Swiper.
swiping.
Swiper, no swiping.
You didn't take him. Okay,
Dora the Explorer.
yeah,
I'm taking
really good
Swiper.
pick though. Really
I'm
good pick.
in college, number one in college in steals. But also really high in turnovers because he gave it back.
Well,
But
if you tell him swiper, no swiping, he might turn it right back over.
he might.
As long as the whole stadium joins in, you have to be like swiper, no swiping. The stadium has to be like swiper, no swiping.
Right. So home games we should be set. If he wants
Absolutely.
to, right. So away games it might be tough. If they kind of catch on. But I'm taking Swiper at the 2. I kept it Stitch, really good defender. Swiper, really good defender.
Defensive menace again.
Defensive menace again. So I build my teams very similarly so far. And I'm very curious to see what the 6-man will bring because I didn't get that far, to be honest. I got him here. I got a list here, but
if you want any advice,
I got some here. I
put out a
got
good
some
amount.
here.
Well, that leaves my
Your
center.
center, yes.
I didn't look up his height, so it might be better to have Rath. Let's see. Rath from Ben 10 is 9 feet tall.
Sure.
This guy that I'm thinking about taking, my God. I didn't think he'd be this tall. But he is 49 meters, which is 160 feet tall.
Okay. Interesting.
Wargreymon from Digimon.
Oh, okay. Really? He's that tall.
Apparently, he is 160 feet tall. I don't think
That's
so.
bizarre. That's bizarre
I mean,
because
those
like in the
kids are
show,
tall.
yeah. We probably couldn't even hear any commands coming his way.
Yeah, yeah. I'm gonna say that height gets nerfed down a bit to
Okay.
what it actually looks like in the show.
Sure.
But yeah, so Wargreymon will be
Okay.
my center.
Okay. I like that.
There was one other Digimon I was considering with Edamon.
Sure.
Edamon is the monkey that sings like Elvis in the early season. He's kind of a D-bag, and I think he'd end up being a locker room cancer.
Sure.
Um,
Sure.
so I'll go Wargreymon because I need the big, and The other center I was considering gets his ass whooped by kids regularly, so I just decided against him.
Sure.
And the other people are not centers, so Wargreymon is my center.
All right. So I've kind of dipped into a pool of characters that have like possible off court issues.
Yeah.
You know, Wreck-It Ralph, you know, destruction of property, swiper, petty theft, you know, stuff like that. I'm gonna dip into that again, and there's possible drug abuse here. Um, you know, the dust just makes him go crazy. And I need some energy
Okay.
off the bench. I'm gonna go with Chester the Cheetah.
Okay.
I'm gonna go
I
with
think
Chester the
out of the
Cheetah.
mascots, that is one of the better choices.
Right. And there's another one, you know, but kind of similar to Sully. It's a big fan favorite. You know, he's great.
Tony the Tiger.
But
That was the bitch that gets beaten by kids that I was not talking about.
sure, sure. So I'm taking Chester the Cheetah, and I'm hoping his you know his drug test comes back clean for the Cheeto dust.
It's a
Um,
pretty open league. They'd probably allow him to get the Cheeto dust before game if he wants,
right. So
which I think makes him an electrifying pick for sure.
exactly, exactly. I need some energy. You know, there's not many people that can go like toe to toe with him in regards to like being everywhere at once.
Yeah.
So yeah, he's gonna be my sixth man, Chester the Cheetah.
I also was looking for, but I think the six man, when people think six man, they think good amount of points, probably not a lot of assists. There
Sure.
that again, I want energy as well. I was thinking maybe Tigger,
Hmm.
but I just thought he kind of lacks, especially in just he might not show up to the game.
Sure.
He's one of those aloof.
Sure.
Um, but I did like the idea of Tigger. Decided against him. I was looking at Tails from Sonic, but
Okay.
because his
Kind of
original,
yellow.
so his original release when he was Miles Prower, original creation
Yeah, sure.
was orange.
Sure.
But when I think Tails, I think of yellow Tails.
Sure.
So I didn't want Tails, but if you would have said Tails, I wrote him down that I would accept if you said Tails, but I wasn't
Sure.
going to take him because he's yellow or orange. I think yellow. Another Digimon, Patamon, just
Sure.
Angemon, incredible. Patamon,
Yeah.
weak ass little, just terrible. It's not
Sure.
taking that. Uh, this is where Tigress could fit in, I think, right? But
Right.
I think the person that I want gives me the energy. I think Tigress might be the better pick, to be honest.
Sure. Someone you
Um,
could target in an undrafted free agency for sure.
both of my first two, probably, yeah, I have three targets in undrafted free agency, I think. My top two would both be ladies,
Sure.
but again, I need that energy. I don't need that rock hard focus. I don't need a leader on the
I think I know who
bench.
you're going. I think I know who you're going, but
I'm gonna go with Crash Bandicoot.
that's who I just highlighted on my screen here.
He is my
That's
six.
good.
He's gonna be my six man.
It's gonna be a battle, him and Chester. That's a good one.
They're just just
Yeah,
all over the
exactly.
bench.
That's
Yeah,
good. That's a good one. I like that. I like that pick. That's someone I added later.
he
Taylor
was
actually
the third
said,
name I wrote down.
sure. Taylor actually said if he takes Crash, you should take Coco. So
Sure. I thought
so
because you took A Train, I thought you were gonna take the speed. What's his name? The orange guy that,
oh yeah, yeah, yeah. Like I don't know, like voltage or something like that.
yeah, the
Something,
guy that
yeah,
was competing with A Train.
yeah. The one that Victoria Newman would like, yeah,
Yeah, when you said you had a hard time thinking of orange ones, I was like, he might go with that
yeah.
speedy guy instead.
No, no, I'm
Um, but like I said, there's gonna be three. So Crash Bandicoot is my six man.
sure.
The three undrafted free agent targets would definitely be for me would be Tigress,
Okay,
Ashoka,
yeah.
and Phage, the orange symbiote.
Okay, okay. So who I would target in undrafted free agency, I'd probably give a flyer to Tony the Tiger. You know, just for he'd be like the Luca Garza
He'd be that
of
project.
right, right. Another one is just Charizard.
I was gonna write down Charizard, but it's one of those like, can he grab the ball? Will it's I'm just a little I was
Sure,
nervous.
sure. Um,
Pokemon in general, like that's
all
why
right,
I
then if
went
I had to
Digimon
target
over Pokemon.
a third person, I'd probably just take Velma. I need a baddie on the team.
Oh yeah,
So I'd probably just go with Velma.
that's why I'd
For
go with Shoka.
sure, sure. So yeah, that's what I got.
I
That's
think
what I
that's
got for
good.
my
I think
team.
both are solid teams for sure.
Right, right.
I don't know. I think Phage would end up killing everyone. So while they would be a target, I don't know. It would definitely Tigress would be my first choice. Ashoka would
Sure,
probably be my second, and then Phage.
sure,
But yeah, I feel good. I feel good about those teams. I like where you go with the draft because you go with
sure.
people I don't necessarily think of, but it's not like they're bad picks.
Right,
They're like, oh, I completely forgot about them, or like, oh,
right.
that's a good. That's good. Yeah, I
How I
think
view them and their how they fit into this team, like specific instances. So
on my big board, you got my number three, or you got my number two at number three. I really like. I thought that was a really good value pick, was being able to
sure.
get the thing. I thought you would take Goku one. Then I was gonna
I
take.
was thinking about it. I actually was debating with Taylor. I was like, I don't know if Luke would take Goku right away.
Oh
So I
yeah,
took Human Torch. And then I would have took Goku
because when I think like
then.
most powerful character in all of fandom all the time, Goku's always in my top five for just
Sure. Right.
strongest ever.
Right.
So I was like, and then the thing, I was like, oh, he's gonna be big, bulky center. It's kind of hard. Like, he's like the Shaq.
Right.
I can put Rath on him. I could put Wargreymon on him. And he's gonna score on both.
Right. Right. So yeah, I put the thing at the four. But I also didn't want to miss out on Wreck-It Ralph because I didn't have a backup five.
Yeah,
So I looked up Ralph's measurables and I was like, all right, 9 feet, 643 pounds. That's going to be a tough thing to move here.
yeah,
I don't know how his hand. So opposite of Charizard, I don't know how his hands will work with the ball because you might not even be able to see the ball like
right.
in his hands. Hands are huge.
It's like
So
watching Shaq drink from a plastic water bottle.
right, right. It's like watching the opposite of like JJ McCarthy and Joe Burrow. Like it's opposite of their hands.
But yeah, yep.
So yeah.
JJ McCarthy is what, 9 inches?
Yeah, same with Joe Burrow. Teddy's was under that, I think,
Teddy's was
too.
9.5 or 9.25.
Oh, yeah, it's bigger
JJ
than their
McCarthy has
hands.
smaller hands than Teddy.
Yeah, yeah.
Everybody
But
freaked
same
out
as
about.
Joe Burrow. Ever same as Joe Burrow though.
Yep. But Joe Burrow's, got a massive
What was that?
attitude.
Oh, okay.
He's got that leadership energy.
Sure.
Good, good. Well, again, same as last week. I would love if you guys let us know who wins in a 7-game series. Is there somebody we left out? This one, I definitely feel like we might have left somebody out
Sure.
just because I couldn't think of a lot of them.
Sure.
I tried to think though, so I thought of 10 before I had to start looking them up,
Sure. Yeah.
which when we were talking about the blue draft, I thought of like 21 with no help.
Right. Honorable mention here, Shere Khan.
Another Tiger, yeah, yeah.
Yeah. Shere Khan. Who else I got here? Michelangelo, Ninja
Mikey,
Turtle.
that would have been a good. Oh, I can't believe I see. There you go. I didn't even think of
Right.
Mikey.
Sure. Puss
That
in
pisses me
Boots.
off. Puss. I wrote down. Yeah, I have Puss down.
Sure. Puss in Boots.
I just thought he like Stitch, super short, right?
Right. Right.
But super fast, super strong. Got all the things he can overcome his height difference.
Sure.
Puss, especially when he's not going to be allowed a sword.
Right.
How is he gonna? I thought of Puss, but I was like, he's not going to overcome his
Sure.
weaknesses on a court,
Sure.
especially when you think about who's. I mean, what's Puss going to do against Human Torch?
Right.
What's Puss going to do against
Sure.
Chester after he snorted a full bag?
Exactly. It's over.
It's
How
Puss is dead.
you know how
He's gonna
Marshawn Lynch
eat
had Skittles
Puss.
on the sideline?
Yeah,
We're gonna have just Cheeto dust on every chair.
that'll be the absolutely number. Free sponsor, smart business. You made a good business decision in the blue draft.
Sure.
Good
Right.
business decision in the orange draft. Just
Right.
thinking. Just thinking.
I'm thinking ahead. It's about the whole picture.
Yes.
The whole picture.
I like it. for those of you that are still watching this nonsense and listening to this nonsense, remember to like, share, and subscribe. Trying to get a little bit more active on the Twitter page a little bit. So make sure you follow that. X, whatever.
Right.
Something like 85% of users still call it Twitter.
Right.
But check us out there. Check out our other YouTube channels if you like Marvel and other character stuff. We have a YouTube channel on Marvel, basically, and superheroes. Check it out. According to Spotify, it's under news. So
Good.
our category is news.
All right.
But Spotify also doesn't let us log in anymore because it says I have a VPN and I don't. So that's great. But yeah, we want to let you all know you look great today. We'll bring the itch again for you next week. And
we really got to work on our send off.
We got to work on a lot, but that's the main thing.
We'll send off
and bye.
Hey man, how the hell you doing?